Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Scenarios. This is where we look at things in the NBA that are never going to happen, but we're just kind of wondering what if. And be sure to like this video, guys, because for all you Steph Curry fans out there, next episode we are going to be looking at what would happen if Steph Curry fell to the New York Knicks back in the draft. How would he be in the Madison Square Garden today? So like this video, guys, because we're going to do that next episode. This episode, we are looking at Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi, where you at? Where you at, man? Kawhi Leonard. And if he was on the Pacers, because y'all know that back on draft night when he was drafted originally by the Pacers and traded to the San Antonio Spurs for George Hill. So, you know, of course, we all know that the Spurs got the better end of that deal in hindsight, because at that time, George Hill was a very good player. And Kawhi Leonard, of course, has turned out to be a magnificent player. He's really, really good. Yes, he's really good and definitely going to be the face of that Spurs franchise for years to come. But it was very interesting because the lineup, I really had to do adjustments here. Because, of course, we traded away George Hill, so we don't really have a point guard anymore. CJ Miles is still a really good shooting guard. He can still shoot really well. I got like a 93-point shot. And I didn't really want to load up too much shooting guards on the roster here. So I actually went and I decided to make Paul George at the power forward position because they actually talked about him doing that anyway. So, you know, it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment for him. I know he doesn't like playing power forward, but it's the best thing we can do with. And, of course, we got Kawhi Leonard at the small forward position. And Ronnie Stuckey, I put him at the point guard position because he actually did play point guard back in college when he went to Eastern Washington. So, you know, he's we're going to see how he does out there. And, of course, you got guys like Monte Ellis. You got some firepower off the bench here. Joseph Young, I mean, you know, he's a 68 overall, but he should be able to be a serviceable backup point guard. And Mahimi and Turner are both big guys out there that can do things. So, man, you got Paul George and Kawhi Leonard on the same team, both 90 overall players. I think besides for Durant and Westbrook, I believe they're both in their 90s. There's not going to be any other teams out there that are going to have two 90-rated players on the same team. So we're going to go ahead and simulate this season, see how they do. I'm going to be quite honest, guys, I'm expecting to win the championship I turn off injuries because I assume a perfect season. So I expect in the Eastern Conference to at least make it to the championship. Whether they win or not will be a different story, but let's go ahead and simulate all the way through the season here. Simulate through date. And they might have chemistry issues starting off early on here. And the whole thing might just tank. And, wow, 139 points against the Boston Celtics. You know, the whole entire scenario, the whole entire philosophy behind this might tank. Because, of course, we have Paul George at the power forward position. So I probably could have made him shooting guard. But then we would have had a very limited amount of big guys play that power forward position. I think the next best true power forward was Lavoy Allen, who's like a 68 overall. So I thought the best way to utilize our talent was this way. But looking at it so far, I mean, we're about a 500 team, so nothing too crazy yet. Chemistry getting built up, which is a good thing. We're not doing any more trades at all, so we should be max chemistry by the end of the season here. Fourth in the conference. I don't know what the Pacers record is currently at the making of this video. But, yo, we actually are doing pretty solid out there. So, not amazing. I was expecting, you know, number 1, number 2 seed. It's not looking like we're going to get that unless we go on some amazing winning streak, which we have done before on these scenarios. But, yo, Kawhi Leonard, I'm really curious to see what kind of stats he gets and what kind of stats Paul George gets adjusting to having a guy like Kawhi Leonard on his team who plays the same position. But I don't know. What do you guys think about me putting Paul George at power forward? I thought it was the most realistic based off the talent of this team and just kind of the facts that they said that they were actually going to try utilizing him there. So I thought it made sense. I don't think it was really unrealistic since they've talked about it. But man, like George Hill, for one thing, yo man, you gotta get that hair situation going. Like that dude got like blonde Jerry curl thing going. I don't know what it is, but hey, I don't know. You were a really good player on the Spurs though, and our record's actually getting built up here a bit more. But yeah, I think definitely Kawhi Leonard. Hindsight, people, you know, of course the Pacers fans would be like, yo man, I wish we would have kept him. But they still got a very good team, and I kind of feel that a big part of Kawhi Leonard becoming that great player he is was playing with guys like Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, and having a coach like Greg Popovich out there who does amazing things with young talent. So he always is really top in the league of really going out there and drafting under the radar guys. And looking at the season awards, I'm gonna we got Kevin Durant MVP, Emmanuel Mudiay, Josh Smith, probably going to be DeAndre Jordan, yup. CJ McConnell. Okay, so yeah, pretty much the same thing as here. Okay, so neither one of the Pacer dudes made the first team here. Paul George made the NBA second team, so he probably had a better season than Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi made NBA third team, okay. And defensive, Paul George, wow, NBA first team. So actually that power forward position, he actually played really good defense. That's very surprising. And Kawhi, all defense at second team. We ended up with a fourth seed in the Eastern Conference. Okay, check out the stats here real quick. Player stats. Okay, so Paul George still played really good. I mean, he almost, he about averaged a double-double a game. Got his teammates involved. Kawhi Leonard, still really good stats for him. Let's compare those to his actual stats last season with the Spurs. Wherever that's at. Oh, here we go. So, he still up 4 points a game here. Rebounding went up, assists went up. So, really still played really well. Shot really good. 45% from 3. That's huge, man. That's really big. And, I guess Kawhi Leonard, we probably could have put him at power forward, too. I just thought that since Paul George is a little bit taller, it would work out better for him. Let's actually check out his stats, too. Of course, he broke his leg last season, so he still played really good, his best season in the NBA. And look at the rest of the team here. CJ Miles, I still think that was a smart move, putting him at shooting guard. And, wow, he didn't shoot amazing from 3 for having a 93-point shot out there. Monte Ellis did pretty well. Stuckey at that point guard position, got some assists. He did well out there, so, yeah. I think, I don't know if this team's going to win the championship, though. We might actually not even make it to the finals. Let's just go ahead and simulate. We'll simulate the first round. Simulate current round. Okay. Let's see if we can beat the Bulls. All right. So according to this, I mean, I don't know. I really think it shows the importance of building a team around having certain positions. We had 2 really good small forwards. We did get them to fit into the system, but they weren't in their optimal position and with the optimal players around them to make them great. Wow, voice crack cheese. To make them great. And it really does show the importance of a system. The Spurs do really well because they have a system that they put into play for many seasons and really benefit from that. Having Kawhi Leonard at small forward is the best position for him. And of course, you got Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, so they really do well from that aspect. And Paul George, I think, is a better small forward than he is a power forward, although he did put up good stats. But yeah, this is very interesting to see, and I hope you guys like this video, and be sure to like this video because next episode, like I said, Steph Curry on the New York Knicks. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out, my friends.